what would my advice be to a father to help get the best custody order possible? The general story is that it's a father who works a job with a unique schedule, and that schedule changes every single month or can change every single month. Now, what would my advice be to a father to help get the best custody order possible? Flexibility is something that's heavily dependent on the judge. There are judges who are going to work with you, are going to talk through, and they're going to find the best solution for the family. There are other judges who will not allow for any flexibility and are going to slap a standard custody arrangement on your family. So the best advice I can give to dads is to create the most flexibility in your professional life as possible in order for you to be available for your kids. Now, this can be challenging with jobs that say you have to be there early in the morning or your schedules change based on how busy the workflow is, but being available is the first thing a judge is going to look for when it comes to custody. So if you're never going to be available to take your kids to school or put them on the bus, it's going to be really, really hard for a judge to order for you to have the kids in the morning when they're supposed to be getting on the bus. Same thing can be said about nights, guys that work overnights. If you're not going to be there to put the kids to bed or to make sure they get up for school, saying that your mom, your new significant other, someone else will be doing that is not a great argument. So some judges are going to get very, very detailed into what's going on and make a plan that works best for the family. Other judges are going to tell you that you need to fit your professional life around your personal life. So what types of schedules would I recommend? So with any disputed custody arrangement, I'm going to recommend that you have a set schedule, that you have a 2-2-5-5, that you have a 2-3-3-2, you have week on, week off, whatever works best primarily for your schedule. But if you have one of those jobs that can change, for example, we represent a lot of law enforcement officers that their schedule can change every 6 to 8 weeks. And we will attempt to negotiate in or argue for dad to be able to flex to a different schedule or flex days if his work schedule prevents him from having custody. So a common example would be if you have, say, Thursday through Saturday, and that's your normal schedule, but if you have to work on those days, you have the ability 2, 3, 4 weeks in advance to flex with mom and to take Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and mom to have Thursday through Saturday. So that's usually the advice I would give is a judge is not going to give you carte blanche to modify, to change, to edit your schedule at the whim of your work schedule. Let's just say you work as a nurse or a pilot or any of these professions where you may be bidding on shifts. A judge is not going to allow you to change your schedule at the whim of the change of your work schedule. So you're going to need to work at creating that flexibility and freedom to be able to parent. And that's really what a judge wants to see. And that rolls right into number 3. And number 3 is that with all of these arguments, with arguing for a specific schedule, with looking to do something very specific with your custody arrangement, make sure you are positioning it as in the best interest of the child. Saying you deserve 50-50 custody, you deserve this schedule, that you need this flexibility is not what this is about. In 45 of the 50 states in the union, it is best interest of the child. So these arguments need to be framed in a way that is in the best interest of the child to maximize the parenting time with both parents. In order to do that, I propose the primary schedule be X. And if I'm required to work, I have the ability with 3 weeks advance notice to flex these days and to change this about the schedule to be able to fit my work schedule and still be able to exercise my parenting time. So number 3 in this is you need to make sure that all of your arguments are framed as in the best interest of the child or from your child's point of view and not what you want. So That's the best advice I can give. It's less than ideal when a dad has a schedule that needs to be flexible for work or works a unique job schedule that may prevent him providing certain parental duties. And it can be really, really challenging to work around those. But presenting a primary plan with the option to flex to something if that doesn't work is usually a really, really strong option and can be really, really compelling for judges to grant you a custody order that is fair and equitable and in the best interest of the children. And with that, that's the advice I would give to dads with unique schedules, with flexible schedules, with parents who need flexibility in a custodial arrangement. What do you guys think? Let me know what your advice would be in the comments.